if you want to live like no other, you're going to live like no other. Book. I want to be financially responsible. Hello, I'm Jessica, wife, mother of 3, just the names that I am, a few roles that I am for my family. And as of right now, I would say that the role that I'm about to take on, which my family's in desperate need of, is a family budgeter. Considering the current climate that we're in, and that we are in a constant rat race, my family is, with this living paycheck to paycheck, too much, never making enough, and when compared to other people's budget, if it's not the same as mine, my budget may be a little bit of budget, and the little bit of budget that I do have, I want to stretch it as far as I can, and maybe find some growth somewhere to bring financial stability, wealth for my family. So there are some steps that I have been taking to secure my family's future in the finance aspect of our lives. I was inspired by a book that I've recently read, and I'm going to take the baby steps to conquer my debt, to conquer my budget and debt. Some of the steps that I will be taking is step 1, saving up $1,000 in the emergency fund. Step 2, the debt snowball, which is paying the lowest debt to the highest. And then 3, saving the 3 to 6 months worth of emergency funds. These are the first baby steps that we are going to start on to secure financial future, to better our lives, to become debt-free. First step, the step of save the $1,000 within a certain time span. Because my baby budget is a baby budget, and I got to figure out other things that I can do to bring in more income. The first step may take me a little longer than what is suggested, but we're going to stay focused and trying to make that goal of $1,000 in the 30 days. No guarantees, but we have faith that we can figure it out and see where we can shed off things from our budget. Possible to have that $1,000 in cash, because right now we don't have it. We're struggling with 3 kids, them growing up. Life is getting more expensive. They're more expensive. It's not going to get any better, I don't see, in the near future. Here's to accountability and financial responsibility. So step 2, the debt snowball. So right now I feel like me and my husband have accumulated a lot of debt over the years. Definitely been financially irresponsible about it, and I'm hoping more and to educate myself on becoming financially responsible. So the plan is start with the lowest debt, which is our credit cards, which financially irresponsible, but we want to pay off our credit cards, lowest to highest, pay those off, and then start on the next thing, student loans, and then the car payment. Like, we want to be debt free by the time, I don't know, before our kids get out of primary school. I mean, come on now, we can do this. If we focus hard, we can get out of debt. I believe we all can do it if we all strive. I mean, if you want to live like no other, you're going to live like no other. Book. I think being debt-free is something that will be well worth it in the end. Won't leave any debt to my kids, and I often worry about them in this debt situation in which I find myself in all the time, and I don't want to leave anything to them. That's not how I want to be remembered, is this financial burden that they could possibly have. God. I want to do well by them, and leaving them no debt is something that is very important to me, and I think it should be important to most people that are, I don't know, that have kids. You don't want your kids to be left with your debt, and I want them to remember me as responsible, and not this person that has this responsible and not have this high amount of debt left in my name. Step number 3, after we get all $1,000 the debt covered, then we can start on saving the big emergency fund. The big emergency fund, the 3 to 6 months emergency fund. Right now our bills are small, which I'm very happy. Like when I look at somebody else's bills compared to my bills, I'm very thankful, very blessed to be in the position that I am with the little bit of budget that I am able to budget. Very blessed, but that's besides the point. We got to do better with the small things that we got. Even though we're lucky, we don't want to be here forever. This is not the place that we want to stick forever. So even though it's a good spot right now, be considering all things possible, the economy. I mean, like I work for a school system, so with losing enrollment, who knows how the schools could go. Can you imagine like the combining of school population, built all these buildings? You just never know what's going to happen, and you don't know how the tide of the political atmosphere is going to be. And this is probably the political atmosphere is probably what's made me want to hold myself accountable and to make these changes in myself, because I have been financially irresponsible and I want to be financially responsible. And that means cutting back on a bunch of stuff and saving this money that we need to save, paying the debt that we need to pay off, so we don't owe anybody anything. We're not worried about maybe losing our jobs, and if we do lose our jobs, we'll have some financial stability with the emergency funds. I think it is working, putting in perspective of where our money's going. I'm hyper focused on doing a savings fund and finding out where that saving fund and where that money's going to come from, to be able to set it aside each paycheck and every time you get money. And it makes you hyper aware because you're trying to accomplish something, and when you're trying to accomplish something, some wants mean less than other needs. I believe that's going to work. If you take the baby steps, maybe you'll have less anxiety of the bigger span of things that you want to accomplish one step, and then maybe it won't be so hard to accomplish what. If you can accomplish one step, then the next step won't be so hard, and then the next step, and just building on building blocks. And it makes you focus harder. It makes you want to try harder, want to do something more than what you've done prior. I think the hardest thing that is not overspending on a personal budget. When you don't plan for the uncertainty, you could fall off budget very easily, and that's never good. So the hard part is staying on budget, because let's say overspending is so easy when you live in a very convenient, fast-paced world. You have a plan, you can adjust and be flexible to the plan, and you can adjust and create something that you look forward to, because you are working towards a goal that in the end, if you're prosperous, it will help you succeed in being debt-free. Save that $1,000, pay off that debt, and then save that big emergency fund. Baby emergency fund, pay off debt, big emergency fund. So those are the goals right now. All along for more updates and me staying motivated to my cause of being debt free. I just want to be debt free so bad. I don't want to worry about people calling me no more. As well, financial responsibility. It happens, It's not so well, not so good at it. But how are you supposed to be good at something no one ever taught you, really? I mean, like, they tell you pay your bills, pay your bills, pay your bills, pay your bills. But when your wants outweigh your income, you kind of end up on the negative side when you have income and you let your wants take control. And that's what sometimes happens in my family. Sometimes you just don't know how to say no. And well, as the financial budgeter of my family, I have to budget to be able to say, a certain amount of yes. You have to like do the balancing of yes and no's. Yes, we can afford this. No, we can't afford it. No, yes, no, yes. The balance is hard and so bad because let me tell you, I would like Chipotle right now. I'm very, 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 very addicted to the honey Chipotle chicken. And let me tell you, I really want it really bad, but you know what? That's a treat. We will not eat out at all. It is on the menu. I have I've copied a recipe off of Pinterest to make, so we can have the honey Chipotle chicken similar to what's at Chipotle, and then when we finally are able to have Chipotle because we budgeted for it, it will be glorious, delicious, because you budgeted for it. It's not cutting into your savings. It's not it's just not cutting into anything, and that will be the best. And when you're debt free, and when you're debt free, it'll be even more glorious to go out and buy something that you know you owe nobody else anything, and having that Chipotle, which just brightens your day just a little bit, but without owing anybody any debt, it will be much more glorious. So here's to the debt-free path of living. And I just feel that once I'm debt-free, I will be able to be stress-free and healthier, because healthier is better. Health and wealth and health go hand in hand, because your health, you can never get back your health if you're just always chasing the dollars. So the point is, I guess, maybe sacrifice a little bit to create a savings pot so that I can live a healthier life and not always be stressed all the time. So stay motivated.